Oh, there we go. Now I'm on. Okay. So while Aaron's looking that up, I'm going to look at question 5 on page 403. So I have minus 2x squared plus 3x greater than minus 7. And it wants us to graph this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to an equality. Get everything to one side. I'm going to multiply everything by -1. Okay, so I'm at that point right there. So I've got 2x squared minus 3x minus 7. So I have to say to myself, okay, is this factorable? All right, so 14. No, I can't factor this question. So then how do I do this question if I can't factor it? And it wants me to graph it, right? So basically what I want to do is I either have to use completing the square, all right, which is fine. No problems completing the square. Or I'm just going to graph it. In this case, I'm going to graph I'm going to graph 2x squared minus 3x minus 7, because all I really need are the roots. So if I can graph that and get my rooted values, so I'm going to go and get my zeros. There's one of them. And I'm going to graph my next zero over here. And then on a graph, they want you to kind of do this. Do that. All right? Because it's not equals to, those are open dots. So I maybe want to put those in here. Open dot here and here. I'm going to put 0 in here. The first thing I'm going to do is going to check 0 up here. 0, 0, 0 greater than -7. Yeah, it is. So I'm talking about in here. So to graph it on the actual grid that they give you, you graph it like this and then do that. So it's a pretty straightforward question. Again, I'm using technology to help me find my roots. May as well make it quick. All right, I'm not testing you on your ability to factor. I just want you to be able to find those roots whatever way you can and then do it that way. If it's factorable, then sure. But the only reason I do factoring is because factoring is the easiest way to go. All right, it's the easiest thing to do, I think, to get these as quickly as we can. All right, so that is solving minus 2x squared plus 3x greater than -7 graphically. Go ahead, Austin.
Do you not have to make a problem with that?
No.
Like when you're...
No, you don't. The reason you don't is because you don't have a y. All right, so in 9.2, you just have to graph the rooted values the way they are. In 9.3, when they stick the y in there, then you need a parabola. So for these ones, it's just a simple number line, and that's the reason I wanted to show you this guy, was because of that very thing. So you draw the lines down in the areas that you know, all right, and then open dots because there's no equals to, and then graph and shade it in. There is no parabola necessary here. Okay, in 9.3, when they add the second variable in, which is the y variable, then I would draw a parabola for it and I would find my vertex. But in 9.2, you didn't have to. And that's the reason I chose question 5 for you, was for that reason. Okay. Aaron, were you able to find one of those questions that you were?
Yeah, it was just like with the graphing part, like when you had a line, I like had troubles like remembering like depending on if it worked or not, if you graph like
right.
which side of the line.
Okay, so So you understand that you just have to stick in any value, and whether it's true or not, you put a check mark or an X. That's basically all it is for that.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, is there anybody else that has questions this morning about any of chapter 9? So
that's your 2.2 thing really helped because I was grappling a problem the whole time. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That helps.
Well, you know what? I honestly think I started this whole thing off doing that, and I think I misled you on that. So that might have been me more than anything. So yeah, that's good. If that helps you, then that's great. Okay. Did you have any other questions, Jamie? Are you all right?
I'm all right. I'm not like quite finished yet. I gotta finish it right now, but
Okay.
I've been okay so far.
All right. So my question to everybody else then is, and Amy included, is page 406, question 10, A and B. Do you have any difficulties with finding the equations for these? Because that should be the toughest part for it.
I just use the vertex form and then I go from there.
I
Okay.
haven't got to those ones yet, but
Okay.
just how it goes when I get there.
All right. No worries. Okay. So what I'll do then is, again, I want to leave this open. I want the interaction with you guys, and I'll let you work on this right now, so that if there's any questions, I will also I'll post on Teams right now the assignment, and if we're okay, I can get this assignment done for Friday or Monday, depending on how you feel about it. So let's leave this open right now for you to work on, just and ask questions if you need to. All right, and I'll just mute myself if there's no other questions at this moment, and I'll post that assignment for you.